Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio MLB Closing Time Show. It is Thursday, May 13th. Ian Cameron, Conor Mack, and Jose Bouquett, our special guest, with us as he is Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're ready to break down this card. We're going to jump right in because there's two games about to start right now. I'll throw them both at you at the same time here. Philly, Washington, Eflin and Corbin. We've got Kansas City and Detroit, Lynch against Turnbull in these two matchups here. We've got the Phillies here in this one, slight road favorites with a total of 8 against the Nats. We've got the Tigers, slight home favorite, minus 120 against the Royals, 9 the total. It's warming up in this part of the country here. I know Detroit is about, I would say, probably 3.5, 4-hour drive away from where I am across the border. And it's starting to get warm. It's a sunny day, so it's better hitting conditions now in Detroit, say, today than maybe it was a couple of days ago. What does that mean? It means that for Daniel Lynch, could be trouble for him because it's been whatever you want to say about him and his potential, and I know he's one of the better pitching prospects in the Royals organization. Well, if you think he's going to get at that level, maybe, but he ain't at that level now. Not even close. He's been a disastrous first couple of starts for him. I would favor some way Detroit, maybe a team total over on the Tigers. I know their lineup has had good stretches and then some absolutely pitiful stretches as well. But I would certainly, until Lynch corrects it himself and improves, I would look Detroit team total, maybe a little bit full game over as well. Because the one thing about Turnbull, and I like Turnbull, a lot of good numbers for Royals against this guy. A lot of Royals hitters have hit him pretty well. So I would lean a little to Detroit team total over, full game over there. Philly, Washington, I really don't have much of an opinion there. I don't like Eflin as much on the road as I do in Philadelphia, but I'm done trusting these lineups. They've been feeble, to put it mildly, the last several days. So I'm off that game. I do have a small bet, Detroit team total, full game over with the Royals and the Tigers game. Jose, we'll start with you on these two games, Philly, Washington, Kansas City, Detroit.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Philly, Washington. You know, it's not my. It's Patrick Corbin versus Zach Eflin, a weird matchup. So I'll just pass on that game altogether. But I am on my man Big Show picks his Tigers today. 10 straight losses for the Royals. It's been shocking, honestly. I just fade the Royals until they win. I'll just keep it short and simple. Lose 10 straight. I need to see it. And Daniel Lynch on the mound, I mean, shout out to him for the minus 22 points in fantasy I got last week. But, yeah, I'll just keep it easy with the Tigers money line.
Yeah, that's, of course, a facetious shout-out right there to Daniel Lynch from Jose on that one. Conor, what do you think of these two early games that are just about to begin?
Yeah, the Phillies Nats just started. I had nothing on that game. I kind of leaned the first 5 under. I didn't play it, though. And I didn't play Royals Tigers. I thought about taking the full game over 9, leaning what you already said, Ian, but I stayed off it. I just don't like the Tigers at minus 105. They still don't hit lefties that well, but Lynch, we'll see. He's supposed to be good. I mean, he was horrible. You can't get any worse than his first start. Maybe he's a little bit better. But, yeah, it's just hard to take the Royals right now. Have any confidence, want to lay your hard-earned money on them to get a win. I'd rather wait than win a few to bet on them. But, yeah, lean over in the game. That's it.
All right, lean over for Conor Mack. The full game overs would definitely. I got a little more on that because I do believe Kansas City does have good track record against Turnbull, and maybe they can get their offense going. And these are two lousy bullpens as well, so you could get some runs late in the game as well. So I like the over a little bit. Don't love it, but small bet. But I am on the over there. Jack Flaherty, Corbin Burns next up. St. Louis and Milwaukee. Milwaukee minus 140 home favorites. Total 6.5 here. Unfortunately, I hate to be this way again, but I'm not involved in this game. I'd like the first 5 under, but it's just too damn low. And I don't like Burns coming off an injured or an absent stint like he is. I like the guy. I won't go against him because I think he's got an electric arm, although he did get hit just a little bit more than he's become accustomed to in his last start that he made. But overall, I'm not looking to bet against Burns. I'm not really looking to bet against Jack Flaherty either. He's pitched quite well lately for the St. Louis Cardinals. In fact, maybe you take a puncher's chance with St. Louis just because Milwaukee really ain't hitting a lick right now. Last night they came to life, but the fact that they couldn't do, bubkiss, do diddly poo, as Jim Moore Sr. once said, against John Gant yesterday really bothered me that they couldn't get more against him than they did. So that's a lineup that's hard to trust right now, laying a price. And Burns, I'm just not something unsettling about backing him and laying a price with him after this little stint away on the injured list. So for me, I'm not involved in the game, just to lean a little bit to the first 5 under, but it's very, very low. Not a whole lot of value there. Connor, what do you think here? St. Louis, Milwaukee.
Yeah, first 5 under 3, -115. No way. I have to have plus money on that. On that 3, I have to. So I just can't take it. And with Burns, yeah, kind of that injury where he missed the start. I think there might be a few runs in this one. We haven't seen many in the first 2 games, especially yesterday till later on in the 7th, 8th inning. So I think there could be runs here. And even though Flaherty's a guy I usually, after these years, I only like him at home, I'd only be on the plus money with the Cards here, taking a shot. Burns has been phenomenal. Nothing to take anything away from him. Brewers still don't have great sticks. So if I would take a shot here, I lean the Cardinals plus 125 here. I also take Carpenter's hit Burns pretty well. He's got a couple homers off of him as well too in his career. So maybe look at a Carpenter total bases or home run prop, as he is 3 for 11 with 2 jacks, and Goldschmidt's 5 for 11 as well. So 2 guys maybe look for total bases or hits over 1.5.
Yeah, Goldschmidt's in good form too. He's already had a couple of big hits in this series. He had a huge one in the first game of this series to give St. Louis the win with a big extra innings home run. So nothing wrong with looking at a Paul Goldschmidt total bases prop right now with the way he's hit in this series. Jose, what do you think here, St. Louis, Milwaukee?
I'm willing to do the first 5 under 3, no problem, because I'm just a big fan of this pitching matchup. This is one of the better pitching matches we've had all year. Flaherty, I think he's 5-0 going for 6-0 or 6-0 going for 7-0 right now. It's been pretty impressive. Corbin Burns absolutely lights out the whole year. Asymptomatic COVID symptoms, so I guess that's good. I mean, who knows? But we have seen players come back and look weird, look different coming back from COVID. But I'm certainly a fan of playing these first 5 unders, especially with 2 elite pitchers. So I'd take first 5 under 3. It will be a little bit of a sweat, but like I said, guess what's under 3? 0. So none of these pitchers will give up a run. Hopefully these first 5 innings, it'll be fun to watch. I also love if they do score a run, I think it will be St. Louis. So I will take St. Louis a first 5 money line plus 135. I think the chat's talking about it too. That was a popular pick. And then if you don't love that, then just take them plus a half at a minus 110. That's also good. So I do like the first 5 props across the board for St. Louis, but I will definitely. I just a big fan of the unders, especially with these 2 elite pitchers.
Yeah, it definitely should be low scoring, no question. It's I was just and hopefully you get 1-0, hopefully you get 2-0, hopefully you get 1-1. That's what we're looking for, or 0-0 even in the first 5 innings. But I'm always worried because all it takes is you hit somebody, you're cruising along, you hit somebody, and then you walk somebody and you make one bad pitch and there's 3 runs on the board with a home run. That's always what bothers me with the first 5 unders when the number is this low. But it definitely looks like runs on paper at least should be at a premium here early in this game. Minnesota Twins, Chicago White Sox, Pineda versus Lynn. Your matchup here, White Sox minus 130, home favorites, 7.5 the total. There's just not really much I can say about the Twins right now. It's just they can't get out of their own way. It's been just a miserable season so far. 12-22, 10 below 500 for this team that was expected to contend for and possibly win this division. They dug themselves a little bit of a hole. The lineup has kind of been not quite what we expected, but really more than anything, it's been the pitching that's let the Twins down. And look, Jay Happ, the one guy that's had a great season, and we talked about it yesterday. Great season be damned. The White Sox just destroy left-handed pitching. And it happened again yesterday against Jay Happ and the Twins. As David Sharp pointed out in our chat, 23-1 for the White Sox. Their last 24 tries against a left-handed starter. That is ridiculous. And I would have to say that 23 out of the 24, and I would say probably at least 20 of the times, if not more than that, the team total over is cashed in as well for the White Sox in those games against lefty pitching. So tough to go against. The good news is, do the Twins have a puncher's chance because it's a righty on the mound here with the Twins today in Pineda? I'm not so sure. Pineda, a lot of the White Sox have hit Pineda. Pineda's pitched okay this year. 2.43 ERA, but it's kind of like yesterday a little bit. Even though he's a righty, you look at some of these numbers here. Tim Anderson, 7 for 12, 2 home runs against Michael Pineda. Lurie Garcia, 4 for 12, 333 average. Adam Eaton hit him pretty well as also. So some good track record for the some of these White Sox against Pineda. Lance Lynn continues to be just pretty rock solid and steady. More than that, a 1.52 ERA for Lance Lynn coming into this start. The Twins just aren't winning. The White Sox are. The White Sox lineup's hot. This is ride the hot, fade the cold. I didn't bet it, but certainly would lean to the White Sox and stick with the hot team right here. What do you think here, Conor? Twins, White Sox.
Yeah, it should be better. Pineda was better in his last start after catching that line drive off his wrist. He gave up a couple runs to the Rangers, looked pretty good. And he's been pretty good all year for them. And they need him today. And they need a win desperately, the Twins. They are just 12 and 22. Looking really, really bad right now. Sox are super hot. Don't blame anyone for wanting to take them. My guy Lance Lynn's on the mound. After some runs the last few days, and with Pineda on the mound, I'm looking the first 5 under 4 here, minus 115. I think maybe we can keep it under here, especially early with these two pitchers. And I like Anderson. He's 7 for 12 with a couple home runs. So I like him total bases, maybe a home run prop for Anderson.
Yeah, to me, this is I think if you go long term in MLB this season and past seasons, you get these games where it's the first 2 games are high scoring, they go over, and then you've got the third and final game, especially if it's a day game like it is here. You could get a lower scoring. I think that kind of trend in a series, 2 high scoring games, the last game's a day game, getaway day. Sometimes those go low scoring. So maybe there's another reason for maybe liking an under here. What do you think, Jose? Twins, White Sox.
Conor, you took it right out of there. The Tim Anderson over 1.5 bases plus 110, I believe I see it at right now. So I like that. But I'm going to go back to my classic, over 6.5 strikeouts for Lance Lynn, minus 125. He's an ace. He's a stud. He throws fastballs, and apparently no one can hit it. And it's pretty funny. It's really funny to watch. His cutter and his fastball work well together. So I'll take over 6.5 strikeouts, Lance Lynn, minus 125 right there.
All right, liking the strikeout prop for Lance Lynn over strikeouts in this game. San Francisco and Pittsburgh. DeSclafani against Crow in this matchup. San Francisco minus 140 to minus 150 road favorites. Total 7.5. DeSclafani continues to be pretty solid. 2.4 ERA. Now going on the road to face this Pirates team. However, remember all those years with Cincinnati Reds means that the Pittsburgh Pirates have had a pretty good look or two at him in the past as a member of the NL Central when he was with the Reds. And there's some pretty big damage that's been done by the Pirates against DeSclafani. Gonzalez, 7 for 11. Jacob Stalling, 6 for 10. Adam Frazier, 6 for 20. Gregory Polanco, 7 for 23, 304 average. Brian Reynolds, 3 for 9, 333 average. Kevin Newman, 5 for 15, 333 average. I mean, that's a really, really dubious track record here for DeSclafani against these Pirates hitters. I'm taking a shot first 5 innings Pittsburgh here in this one. I'm not a great big fan of Will Crow by any stretch of the imagination, but I did like his last outing against the Cubs. It was his best start by far. 2 runs, worked 6 innings. That's definitely the best he's been this season. Is he a guy that you can say is a long-term success type of pitcher? Maybe. I'm not sure, but it was definitely the best start of the season for Crow. You got San Francisco traveling east here from a spot perspective. It's not great whatsoever for San Fran. Maybe Pittsburgh can jump on DeSclafani given that track record that some of these hitters have against him early in this game. So I would lean full game Pittsburgh too, but I'm going to go like a 75-25, 80-20 split on this game. Pirates more to the first 5 as well as the full game with Pittsburgh. Sometimes you got to take a shot with some of these dogs, and I think based on the numbers, this is one shot worth taking here on Pittsburgh. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Yeah, this is a plus dog that I love. That this is why you do the homework. You know what I mean? They just rip DeSclafani, and these numbers are gaudy from the Pirates. I don't even have to list them all. Great numbers. Yeah, I love the value. First 5 full games plus 135, and I'm getting plus 140 first 5. So I'm just sticking with the first 5. Hopefully they get some off them. So that's it in this game. Just give me Pirates first 5 here.
All right, Pirates first 5. Jose, what do you think? Are you in agreement?
Well, Ian, come on. You have to do your guy, the pitcher. Give the people what they want, please.
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh, yeah, the Italian. Yeah.
Oh, the D Scavone.
Yeah, come on. We need it. We need it for the boys. But I you guys know me. I'm a Pirates guy this year. I'm all about the Pirates. The numbers don't lie. They smash. DeSclafani. Maybe a little home run prop for Gregory Polanco or Adam Frazier. It's a tough ballpark to do it in, so you'll probably get very, very good odds if you can find those kind of props. But I would lean first 5 over 4. And I mean, if you guys are rolling with it, of course I'll roll with it. Give me the eye patch and raise it. It's Pirates time. First 5.
Arr. Yeah, there we go. Arr. We're gonna go treasure hunting here with the Pittsburgh Pirates at a home underdog price. Oakland, Boston, Manea, Richards, your matchup here. Boston, slight home favorite. Actually, it's down to pretty much even money now, both sides. The total 9 in this game. Look, Garrett Richards, as much as I've been concerned about him from the very beginning of the season, everybody knows that. He's gotten steadily better, as the season's progressed here to the point now where you actually don't mind him being on the mound here in a spot where the Red Sox are looking to avoid a sweep here at the hands of the Oakland Athletics. And believe it or not, for as much familiarity as most of these Oakland hitters have against him from all those years with the Angels for Garrett Richards, other than Murphy and Olsen, he's actually kept the majority of these guys in check, more than not. 243 collective average. Manet, on the other hand, he's pitched a lot better lately. There's no question. From a spot perspective, though, this is a Boston team that I don't think they've been swept at home since that very first series of the season against Baltimore, when we were all wondering what the hell was wrong with Boston at that time. It just feels like it's a good situation for Boston to step up and avoid the sweep. I haven't once considered, let's bet on Garrett Richards this season. This is that first time I'm actually considering it. So I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm leaning Red Sox here. Conor, what's your take here? A's and Red Sox.
Yeah, Garrett Richards 2-0 lifetime against the A's, the 2.84 ERA. He's been pitching better. Interesting spot. I've been on the A's the first 2 games at plus money. I still lean to them here, minus 105. I think I'm going to stay away from this game. I could see either team winning, maybe a few more runs in this one. Manet has been solid. Red Sox should probably hit him, though, a little bit. It's just a tough one. A total stay off for me.
All right, Jose, it's your Red Sox. Do you think they avoid the sweep tonight?
So here's something weird. Here's your weird fun fact of the day. Since the Red Sox won the World Series 2018, they're 59-74 at home and 71-56 on the road. Completely flipped to what it should be. I don't know what it is. I think honestly, it might be a little bit of that pressure that the home fans give them, because they're Boston fans.
They can't take it.
No, simply no, they can't. They showed that in 2019, and definitely not in 2020. Yeah. So it's been weird. I don't love the Red Sox today. I'll admit it. Sean Manaea no-hit the Red Sox. Sean Manaea no-hit the greatest Red Sox team of all time in 2018. So I kind of have PTSD from that, I guess. So his numbers are definitely a little inflated because of that. Garrett Richards pitching great. I can't complain. The Yellow Jacket, as his nickname has become. Honestly, I'd stay off this game. Consider maybe the team totals here. Oakland team total over 4.5 at even money. Red Sox have been just ice cold, absolutely ice cold on offense. So there needs something to jumpstart it. Maybe it's tonight. Avoid the sweep. Alex Cora, great manager. I think he can get the boys going. And it's weird. I never even comment about managers in a normal basis, but Alex Cora is different. It's honestly strange how different this Red Sox team is with him on the managing side. But I definitely would either pass this game or Red Sox team total over, or A's team total over. I'm sorry.
All right, so pass, but only a lean to Oakland team total for Jose. On we go. Yankees and Rays, Tyon and Hill. your pitching matchup here. We've got the Yankees currently minus 130 on the road, 8 the total here in this game. Of course, the Yankees trying to finally show Tampa Bay we can beat you because we know that's been a problem for the Yankees, the last going back to last season and beyond. But good start to the series for them against the Rays. They'll look to keep it going. Tyon on the mound. Tyon was a lot better. This is my fellow Canadian. I want him to do well. But we're waiting for more and more consistency from him. We haven't always gotten it from him. But the last couple of starts have been better. 1 run allowed in 5 innings against Detroit, 3 runs allowed in 6.1 innings, which is good to see. He's finally given the Yankees some length. His strikeouts 5. He only had 1 walk. In fact, the control has been better for him lately. And look, the Rays just right now offensively kind of in a tough funk at the moment at the plate. Rich Hill, on the other hand, the lefty, it's usually I either fade Rich Hill or I leave it alone. He had a really brutal start to the season, 4 terrible starts to begin the year. One of those came against the Yankees, by the way, 4 runs allowed against the Yankees in 6 innings against them back on April 9th. But he has pitched a lot better the last 3. He's just allowed 2 runs in his last 15 innings of work against Oakland twice and Houston. So it's been better for Rich Hill lately. I still think the Yankees could hit him. There's a couple guys, namely Judge and especially LeMahieu. That's the total bases prop that I will absolutely be on here is DJ against Rich Hill. 5 for 15 against him and a 333 average in the past for DJ LeMahieu against Rich Hill. So that is a player prop I like. I would probably lean a little in some form to the Yankees team total, maybe a little bit over the total. I would lean to that. But DJ LeMahieu, player prop, I think that's what I like more than anything here. Conor, what do you think Yankees Rays?
Yeah, I just don't love this game a whole lot. The Rays just can't make contact. They can't score runs. I mean, it's dreadful to watch them again yesterday. I kind of lean the first 5 under 4 here, but can these pitchers, I know I'm going to get a good start out of them. Hill pitched good against the Yankees, like you said, April 9th, 6 innings. You got the win. Can that happen again? I could see the big ultimate 3-run homer off him from Stanton or Judge or somebody like that. So it's just to say, I lean first 5 under 4 and lean the Rays a little bit here at plus money, but I think I'm going to stay off here.
All right, pass for Conor. Jose, what's your take here with the New York Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays?
Ian, you're very picky and choosy about your Canadian fellows. You are hating on Nick Pivetta earlier this year, and he's turned your opinion around. I'm going to bat for my Canadians. My Canadians now, Ian. I think this series actually has gone completely opposite of what I thought. I was on here Tuesday preaching the horrors and whatnot about Tropicana Field, and the Yankees have actually used it to their advantage. It's pretty funny. I think you guys saw that clip. I'm pretty sure the Rays were hitting, and one of the balls hit a catwalk top of Tropicana, drops in for a double, and that ball was going to be tattooed for a home run. So it's been one of those weird series for the Rays. I'll probably just say Rays team total over 3.5 minus 120. I think the Rays, they don't want to get swept by this Yankees team. But I definitely, would just beware. The Yankees have been riding high. They're going to catch the Red Sox here soon, unfortunately. And when that day comes, I'm going to be very sad. And by the way, yes, it is 4-1 Nationals. Zach Eflin is having a tough time. He gave up back-to-back jacks just now. So
yeah, Eflin on the road. Eflin is one of those guys. I love him in Philly. Philly pitches well in that home ballpark, but you get him on the road, he's not that same pitcher. I just didn't know if the lineups would do anything about it because they've not, Nationals especially, they haven't hit, in this series so far against the Phillies. But today they're coming to life and up 4-1 early in that one. So we'll see how that one continues to play out. Texas and Houston, Fultonevich, Christian Javier, your pitching matchup here. Houston, massive chalk here in this one at home, total 9 across the board, actually 8.5 in some spots as well in this matchup. Javier certainly rates the advantage. There's no question. It's been a nice start to the season for him coming into this start. 3 consecutive scoreless appearances he had. He did all of a sudden, have a little bit of a rougher go in his last 2 starts, 8 runs in the last 2 starts in 10.1 innings, and one of them against the Blue Jays last week. But he has pitched well against Texas, 2.92 ERA lifetime in 12.1 innings against the Rangers. Fultonevich, not a guy I have a great deal of confidence in. 5.3 ERA this season. Not exactly someone I firmly trust to shut down a pretty damn good Houston lineup. So this looks like potentially Javier's a wild card. Started the season great. He's kind of been roughed up lately, but he has shut down Texas in the past. So current form's not good, but his track record against this team is. So back and forth. This might be one of those games. Isolate the team total. If you think Houston can hit Fultonevich, and I do, maybe that's what you look at more than anything else. So Houston team total for me is probably what I would look toward in this one. What do you think here, Conor, Texas, Houston?
Yeah, the Astros are swinging a bit better here. That's exactly what I kind of lasered in here. The run line, you don't want to take this at minus 105. I wouldn't. If I want run line, I want plus money with it. So Fultonevich, I don't know what I'm going to get. I hope I get blown up. So that's why I want plus money. I'd roll the dice and go with the Astros team total over 5.5 at plus 123. They're hot right now, so I think they continue that. So that's the only thing I like here. Team total Astros plus 123.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Astros team total. Definitely like that as well. What do you think here, Jose, with this one, Rangers and Astros?
Tough game to bet. Really, I was looking. I was like, "What are you guys seeing plus money?" Because everything is just big odds on the Astros here, and the only thing that I could find reasonable to bet really is first 5 over 4.5 minus 115. So I'm not in love with it. It's still kind of a high number, but there's your faulty insurance if he blows up, and if Christian Javier can give up a run or two in those first couple of innings, why not? Why not? But by the way, the Tigers or the Royals got 2 on with no one out. Didn't consider getting a run. It's pretty funny. So it's just the Royals are being classic Royals today.
That is pretty pathetic, actually, if you ask me. And yeah, not very good at all. That's what happens when you just can't get out of your own way. You get opportunities, and when you lack confidence as a team, which they clearly do right now, you squander opportunities like that. And that's exactly what we just saw again with Kansas City. Hopefully these two teams don't squander opportunities for runs tonight, because I think there's going to be plenty of them in this game. Cincinnati and Colorado. Luis Castillo on the mound, masquerading as an ace when in fact he's not, taking on Chichi Gonzalez. We've got Cincinnati here about minus 140 to 50 road favorites. The total bet up from 10 to 11 now. This is a 1 full run increase in the total. It opened at 10, it's up to 11, and I think there's a very good reason it's gone up. Luis Castillo's lost confidence. He's talked about it. His pitching coach has talked about it. He has lost confidence in his best pitch. He's got no feel for it, and without it, he's not getting major league hitters out right now. It is a complete loss of confidence at the moment for Luis Castillo. 6.42 ERA. So not only is his current form not very good, but then you look at, and you always have to look at it when there's an opposing pitcher in Colorado, what is their track record at Coors Field? Because it pitches as a much different ballpark than 90% of major league stadiums. Well, he's got an 8.44 ERA against Colorado, a 6.4 ERA time at Coors Field. So that is dreadful. This could be just, so you got a guy in bad form with a bad track record against this team and in this ballpark. It's hard to envision Colorado not scoring some runs in this game, and a Reds bullpen that's spotty at best following Castillo in this game. But on the other side, you've got our old friend Chichi Gonzalez, who somehow manages to stick in a rotation at this stage of his career. And he has obviously gone back down to earth. 5.97 ERA for Gonzalez. Not a guy I trust whatsoever. You look at track record against the Cincinnati Reds is nothing to write home about here for Gonzalez as well. Senzel, Suarez, and Moustakas have seen him and had success against Chichi in the past. The Reds should be able to score. So should the Rockies. 2 suspect starters, 2 bullpens we can't really trust either. So, yeah, it's a high total, but very possible we see a 8-7, 8-6, 7-6 type of game. It really wouldn't surprise me. I don't bet I haven't bet any overs this year at Coors Field yet, believe it or not. This deep into the season, that's a little surprising. I'm breaking that streak today. My first over at Coors Field comes tonight, over 11. What do you think here, Connor?
Yeah, today could be the spot. These pitchers are bad. You talked about it. Castillo, 1-4, 6 ERA. I never was that high on him. A lot of people were, and he can be dominant at times the last few years, but he's not right at all. And you talked about his 2 previous starts against the Rockies, 10 earned runs. He hasn't looked good. Chichi Gonzalez hasn't looked good all year. Out of 30 first batters of the first inning, 30 of them, 16 have got on base. That's horrible. More than half have got on. So you're already putting yourself in a hole without even getting it out. I think it's over too. Maybe look team total. A bunch of these guys got home runs. The Rockies off Castillo. Bunch of different ways. Full game over. You could look at team total. The Reds team total is over 6.5 is plus money if you're looking kind of for. They got to get 7 runs for plus money. And Rockies over 4.5 is minus 130. I'm sure you can find a 5.5. But I'm with you. I don't know if I bet it here, but I lean over everywhere.
All right, Jose, over, says Connor. What do you say?
It's crazy that we're betting over 11, but you just have to keep telling yourself Coors Field. I really enjoy Luis Castillo, and I'm personally offended by your masquerading as an ace comment, Ian. I'm very offended by that, and I can tell you now, let's just all cross our fingers and really hope he doesn't go to New York. If he goes to the Yankees, we're all gonna have a bad time. So I think I say that to myself at least twice a week. I go to sleep just praying that Luis Castillo doesn't get traded to the Yankees. But I think you guys covered this game pretty well. There's probably going to be some offense. Coors Field really kills spin rate. It's not going to have Luis Castillo's change up spinning and doing its thing as much. So I could definitely see an over here, even if it's 11, which is crazy to think about too.
Yeah, crazy number, but I think these 2 pitchers might make it look small when it's all said and done. We'll see Trevor Rogers, Merrill Kelly, your next matchup here, Miami and Arizona. Miami road chalk here, minus 130 to minus 140. Total 8 in this one. I'm a big fan of Trevor Rogers. There's no question. He's had a nice, solid start to the season. He's the first Marlins pitcher, believe it or not, to win NL Rookie of the Month since you know who did it. Rest in peace, Jose Fernandez. And Trevor Rogers following in his footsteps. Everybody was singing his praises, how he works the plate extremely well. 1.29 ERA for Trevor Rogers last month. 38 strikeouts in 28 innings. He's just been absolutely terrific. The one little pause that I have here with Rogers tonight is Arizona is better against lefties, but I don't know if they're going to hit Rogers. Just they are better against lefties. But I think Trevor Rogers can go out there and still continue to pitch well. He's been just mowing them down this season. We'll have to wait and see how he fares here. We got Merrill Kelly on the other side of things, 5.4 ERA. He kept his – now, keep in mind, he's been, dealing with COVID protocol, but still able to make his start. So whether that throws off his rhythm, we'll have to wait and see. But not very good in his one and only appearance against the Marlins as well. We'll have to wait and see if he can turn that around here in this game. But, Merrill Kelly is definitely not the better of these 2 pitchers right now. I understand why Miami is road favorites here. I like them a little bit first 5 full game split in this game. I just think Trevor Rogers has been a bet on, go with pitcher for me right from day one this season, and he's going to continue to be. Again, a little mild concern about Arizona sometimes being able to hit lefty pitching, but don't know if they're going to hit this lefty with the way he's dealing right now. What do you think, Jose, with this one, Marlins and Diamondbacks?
This was tough. I think Jimmy got into my head because he's a big fan of the Diamondbacks today. I think he likes some first 5 and full game over Trevor Rogers. I think the roof is open in Arizona today, so balls might be flying. So maybe over 8.5 at minus 107. I like that.
Yeah, it is open because I can tell. Yeah.
See, there you go. So the open roof, I kind of like the over as well. it gives me some concern. Miami's offense. I'll keep saying it. They don't have that guy anymore. They Stanton, Yelich, all those guys are gone. Jazz Chisholm's still in the minor leagues. I think he'll be back soon, but they just don't have that juice. They don't have that guy on offense right now. So that's scary. But I'll take the over. Still 8.5. They'll scratch across some runs.
All right, liking the over with the roof open at Chase Field tonight. Connor, what do you like here? Marlins D-backs.
This is a difficult one. Rogers has been really, really good, but on the road, this spot just doesn't seem. I just don't love it. The Marlins haven't been playing too great lately either. Now Rogers here, -125, -130. It's a stay away for me. Maybe the first 5 under. I missed that earlier here. I kind of agree with the first five here with the D-backs getting +110. Kelly's not very good, but the Marlins don't swing it very well. So, he could maybe shut him down for 4 or 5 innings. So my lean's here with the D-backs first 5 as well, plus money.
All right, good stuff. Next up, we've got the last game on this Thursday slate. It is the Cleveland Indians and the Seattle Mariners. We've got Zach Plesac on the mound for Cleveland and making his major league debut, Logan Gilbert, and a lot of excitement about this kid making his debut here for the Mariners at the age of 24. We've got in this one, we've got the Cleveland Indians right now, slight road favorites, -115 to -127.5 the total. It's going to be interesting to see how this one goes for the kid, Logan Gilbert. Now, everything I've seen and read from him is that he's got a mid-90s fastball, which has great life to it, which can sometimes get into the high 90s. He has a changeup, curveball, and slider that are above average pitches for him. I like the sounds of that. You're talking about now a 4-pitch pitcher, and we talked about it previously, Connor, and I think even Jose's mentioned it one time or two. The 2-pitch pitchers, they're sucking more and more these days in 2021 Major League Baseball. You got to have 3-4 pitches, and a little bit of a diversify your portfolio, if you will, type of arsenal from a pitching standpoint. And this guy seems to have it. Logan Gilbert here for this Seattle Mariners team. Fastball, changeup, curveball, slider. The fastball is his best pitch, but the changeup, curveball, slider, they all say he's improved significantly. The quality of those pitches, that they've improved big time over the last year. He's making his major league debut here. He's made 26 minor league starts going back to 2019, 2.13 ERA, 165 strikeouts and 135 innings. He's averaged more than a strikeout per inning down in the minor leagues, Logan Gilbert. So we'll see how he fares here. And look, this is not the worst matchup in the world. We know Cleveland's lineup is not the Bronx Bombers or the Big Red Machine of the 70s by any stretch of the imagination. So I think this is an opportunity for Gilbert to get his feet wet and go out there and have a good first start here in the big leagues. Zach Plesac, on the other hand, I think this guy's a good pitcher. I mean, early in the season, he had a couple of rough starts, but he's found it. The last couple outings, 13.2 straight innings of scoreless shutout baseball for Plesac coming into this game. And look, the Mariners offense is becoming what we thought it might be at the end of that Dodgers series. Like, they just didn't hit the last couple games against the LA Dodgers, or certainly yesterday at least, they didn't hit against them. That offense is regressing a little bit. I think Plesac can mow them down. I think Gilbert's going to have a nice first start here against Cleveland. First 5 under for me. This is a first 5 under I am on, even though it's 3.5. I think this is going to be a nice little pitcher's duel early in the game. And I think Gilbert, from what I've read, he's set up for success here in his major league debut. Some guys aren't. We're seeing that with Daniel Lynch right now for the Royals, getting absolutely shelled once again. But I think Logan Gilbert is set up for some success. I like the first 5 under tonight, Cleveland, Seattle. Connor, what do you think about this one and Logan Gilbert's big league debut?
Yeah, big league debuts, you don't know kind of what you're going to get. Well, with this guy, he's the real deal. Big guy, 6'6". His lone start in Tacoma the other night, pitched pretty well. He's the real deal. Yeah, I agree with you. The first 5 under. I still see some 4s out there too. So if you're not looking at 3.5, I see a few 4s at -120. Plesac's been decent. The Indians don't hit. And it's all about that first start. Some guys get hit, some guys come out and pitch well. And I think he does. I lean on this first 5 under 4. I lean on the Mariners a little bit. They're only getting plus 105, nothing huge. So just the under here, first 5 under.
All right, there you go. Just a lean to the first 5 under. Jose, what do you think here? Cleveland, Seattle.
I'm feeling great so far now that the Lynch man, Daniel Lynch, is out here blowing up early. So I feel great about that. I'd like to do some trivia to start off this little thing right here. So I want to give you guys who has been the starting pitcher for 2 no-hitters this year. He was the guy going against the guy that threw a no-hitter. Has that been twice this year? Any guesses? Any guesses?
No. Plesac?
Zach Plesac was on the receiving end of Rodon and Wade Miley. Wade Miley got him
right,
too.
Rodon and Miley. I knew Miley. You're right. Rodon was on the other end of that too, and he pitched I think pretty well in both games too.
So yeah, he went 8 against Wade, which was funny. I just saw that. So now here's my second trivia: where have the most no-hitter and perfect games been in the last 10 years?
This is formerly known as Safeco Field.
Yep. There we go, Seattle. So I love your
Park or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know. They changed the sponsor.
Who knows what it's called anymore? But I love the under here. Both these pitchers, Gilbert coming up. He's their top prospect, or like number 3 top pitching prospect. Is today the day? By the way, Ian, I know you're my Kelenic guy tracker. Is Kelenic coming up today? His debut.
That's a good question. I'll have to see the projections. Let me see.
So you get on that while you. So if he's in the lineup, this was going to be a little tease from earlier.
He is. No,
he's in the lineup.
Hold the phone. They've got him projected. Not a confirmed lineup, but they've got him projected 5th in the Seattle Mariners lineup. Crawford, Haniger, Lewis, Seager, and then Kelenic after that, the left fielder.
Good. Well, here's your hot take as we're flashing here. He's going to hit a home run in his debut. Jared Kelenic hits a home run in his debut. He's going to start things right. He's got that Bryce level hype around him. When you talk to baseball scouts, they keep saying he's close to Bryce Harper. He's as good as you're going to get right now. You can hear Molly and the dog getting excited in the background for Kelenic too. Kelenic home run and David Sharp. Thank you. I'm just putting the pieces together. I'm like Zach Galifianakis. I see the no-hitter coming. Zach Plesac's just going to go ahead and throw one and say, screw you guys. I am going to throw it this time instead of getting one thrown against me.
Yeah, this is all of a sudden an exciting game to watch. You're going to have Gilbert and Kelenic making their debuts here tonight for the Seattle Mariners. One pitcher, one what we think could be a premium position player, and one hell of a hitter in his major league career in Kelenic. So see how this one goes. It's reason to watch late night. Cleveland and Seattle. Great stuff. We give you a reason to watch the Pub Sports Radio MLB closing time show every day because we're giving you great analysis, great information. We're doing a great job with our picks for the most part. Not going to get them all right, but we get more right than wrong. We feel we've done that lately, and that's all the goal is at the end of the day. So we'll get to best bets in just a second to wrap things up. Before we do that, though, as we always do at this time of the show, we'll pause for 30 seconds for a little message from our sponsors, Manscaped. Check them out. Promo code Pub Sports, Manscaped. Check them out at mybookie.ag as well. Use the promo code Pub Sports. We've got NHL, NBA playoffs right around the corner. In fact, NHL playoffs are starting this weekend. Looking forward to that. They've announced the start dates for those Stanley Cup playoff series. We're excited about that. NBA starts May 22nd. Baseball every day. So check out mybookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency there. Promo code Pub Sports. All right, it is best bet time for this Thursday edition of the show. I'll try to keep it going. We had a nice one with the White Sox team total, which was nice to have the easy ones and not too much of a sweat. We had that with the White Sox yesterday. We'll see what we can find for an encore. Let's go to Jose Bouquett, our special guest. Best bet for Thursday.
Tough one. A tough one. I don't love the card like I did the other day. I think I'm just gonna go back to my hidey hole, my safety, where I feel warm and fuzzy at night. Lance Lynn over 6.5 strikeouts. Don't I think it's minus 125, like I said earlier still. So I'll roll with that. One of my life goals, Ian, I don't know if you have these life goals. I just want to receive a nice big bear hug from Lance Lynn. So he's going to give me a hug today, and he'll get 7 strikeouts pretty easily.
All right, like Lance Lynn over strikeouts for Jose Bouquett for his best bet. Conor Mack, best bet. What do you like?
I got to give the shout out David Sharp. He'll donate $100 if he gets a no in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. I did the math.
Right. There you go.
I did the math. I mean, it all checks out.
It all works out. I feel you. All right, I love it. I'm with you. Same game. I'm on the first 5 under 4. Lance Lynn, Pineda. I see less runs. Day game. So yeah, first 5 under 4. And here another game which I really like, as we talked about, the Pirates first 5 at plus 140. I'll give Big Show, our guy, I'll give him our Jack of the Day. I got 2. I'll give out 2. Anderson for the White Sox and Polanco for the Pirates. Those are my Jacks of the Day he wants at the end of the show. So those are my 2 for today.
They're fun, the home run props. You get a plus price with pretty much everybody. And if you have a great chance to cash those, you certainly do. And look, we've hit a couple of them this week. I have as well with the, who do we have? We had, there was one last night. There was Cruz.
Cruz.
There was one the night before with the Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah, as well.
I'll get in on your fun, Connor. I said it. I just said it. I'll throw in my Jack of the Day. It's Kelenic. The debut bomb. The stories you've seen it happen all the time. He's gonna step up first at bat. He'll probably swing out of his shoes first swing. He'll get settled. 3-2 count, and then he'll drive a home run, and we'll all be in tears in Seattle.
Yeah, good stuff. The player prop I like most is LeMahieu over total bases against Tampa Bay with Rich Hill. He's crushed Rich Hill in the past. I think he can get the total bases prop in that one. As far as my best bet, though, we're going to go to Cincinnati, Colorado, over 11. I think this is just runs galore tonight because Chichi Gonzalez is in a world of hurt. The Reds have the kind of power to pop him. And on the flip side, Castillo's just talking about it. His confidence is shattered right now. He can't make his best pitch be anything but his best pitch is getting crushed. It's getting hammered game in and game out by opposing hitters right now. That's probably bad news going into Coors Field tonight, where he has a very spotty track record, ERA above 6 against in that ballpark, ERA above 8 lifetime in his career against Colorado. And I think Chichi will give some up to Cincy as well. So Reds, Rockies, over 11, my best bet for this Thursday MLB card. That'll wrap up this edition. Oh.
Hold on, Ian. At the end of the show, I always like to ask you guys random questions. I like to spice up your days a little bit. So, Ian, I have a hockey question for you.
Yes.
Real quick. I know I don't want to introduce ice guys, but why is everyone shitting on the Bruins this year? Jimmy was appalled at them being, I think it was like minus 140 favorites against the Capitals this year. I'm a very casual Bruins fan. There's not many Venezuelan hockey fans out there, but I don't understand why does everyone hate the Bruins? What did Taylor Hall do to everyone else, huh?
Well, Taylor Hall was, let's be honest, he's been piss poor in the playoffs in years past, and we're turning into this is a preview. I'm moving over to hockey show in a few minutes with the Ice Guys, but never. I'll say right.
Oh, great! He freezes right as he's about to explain. Awesome. What timing? What timing by us?
We'll leave it for tomorrow, I guess.
Or
write them on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna tune into to Ice Guys right now and be like, "Hey, Ian,
there you go.
Can you answer my question, please?"
That'll be funny. Perfect.
Hey, so I guess we'll close the show today because Ian's frozen. Thanks, Ian, for joining us. Hey, Conor, thanks so much. I appreciate you as always. I'll be back next week. Oh wait, here we go. There we go.
He's back quick.
We just had a little technical glitch for a second. But yeah, Taylor Hall's great with Boston. He doesn't have to be the go-to guy. He can be, behind Bergeron, Marchand, Pasternak. He doesn't have to be the leader in the dressing room anymore. And he's going to toe the line now. He's got guys that have won Stanley Cups that expect you to, be ready to play night in and night out. And if you're not, that the Bruins don't tolerate that kind of nonsense, being lackadaisical and lazy and not playing to your fullest. And Taylor Hall is towing the line right now with the Boston Bruins. And that's why he's effective. And now I think he is a little bit happier. He's in a much better place and situation than the Sabres, who are a shit show. They're the NHL version of what the Cleveland Browns were for the longest time. That's where the Sabres are right now. They're just a dismal franchise at this point in time. So in this case here, Boston, I think, could go on a deep playoff run. And I think they got a chance to beat Washington because I don't buy the Capital defense just yet. Their defense gives up too many high danger chances, and Vitek Vanacek might have to be their goalie with Samsonov out. So keep an eye on all that. I think Bruins can win that series. I don't know about go beyond that, but they can beat Washington, I think, at least in the first round.
I needed someone to tell me the Bruins are good this year because I heard all this slander, and I might have to go 1v1 versus Jimmy on a series bet here. I might have to.
All right. We need old man Morton to basically go to the retirement home with one big bomb here with the bases loaded for the Jays. They have a chance to really crack this game open right now. But we got to wrap it up, guys. Great show. As always, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Not applicable will make you a hockey fan somehow, someday, at least for the playoffs. I understand if you think hockey sucks during the regular season. You could say that about a lot of sports, but at Stanley Cup playoff time, to me, that's as good as it gets, hockey at playoff time. So
that's when I tune in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best time to tune in, no doubt. Thanks, Jose Bouquett, our special guest. Thanks to Conor as well, my right-hand man on the closing time shows. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on Friday with another edition of the MLB Closing Time Show, plus NBA later in the day tomorrow as well with Conor and Ski Profit. Thanks to everyone for joining us in the chat. We appreciate the kind words. Keep on subscribing to the channel, tuning in, and spreading the word about Pub Sports Radio. For Jose Bouquett and Conor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Friday once again for another edition of the MLB Closing Time Show on Pub Sports Radio.